Good morning, traders. God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am your host. I'm also a trader. I've been trading since 1990. I'm a ThinkorSwim coder. I've been coding for about 15, 16 years. This is our volume spike indicator. We are watching these percentages. If they start growing, we start watching. Once we see one moving, we will click on it. Come over here to the current bar volume. Make sure we have high volume flow so that we can get in and get out safely. It's not a specific number. We just want to see the numbers really flying. That means they're interested. This is our V4 indicator. This is the 5 EMA and the 13 EMA. Once they cross over, you'll see these spike arrows coming in when the buyers step in, or you'll see the top arrows kick in when the sellers start taking over. I'll be marking support and resistance levels as we go through the session. We'll also be watching this volume dominator here, or dominator master. We want to see long green bars. That's the buyers coming in before we click the mouse button to buy. This is the My Blessing indicator. We want to see the trend. This white line is the trend line. We want to see it kind of going up. And this other line is the buyers and the sellers. It moves much faster than the white line. I like to try to catch it as low as possible, watch it turn green and then run up. I also like to see both lines above the yellow. That's a separate way to play it. Never trade off of my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. Delays can cost you money. I'm also not a financial advisor. Do not take my words to heart. Don't trade off of my words because you hear me say enter here or exit here. Use your own judgment. I strongly suggest you reach out to a financial advisor before you make any trades here. I'm basically here to teach you a strategy, not to teach you how to trade. I am not that guy. But if you learn my strategy, you'll learn how to trade. It's not a guarantee, but most people get it. Make sure your chart is on EXT for the TIF, and that's time and force, and it's in your active trader. EXT will allow you to make trades in pre-market. And I thank you for joining me this morning as we wait on the market to open in about 2 minutes. And don't forget to ring the doorbell when you come in. And what I mean by that is click the like button. They've been pretty low lately. Help me keep the ratings up. Keeping the ratings up brings in more investors to our community. The more investors we have, that's more people buying the stock to help the price move up. And I know you want the price to go up, right? About a minute to go before market open. Be careful in your trading. I will do my best to put you on the winners. We've been having some really good stocks lately. Let's try to keep it going. It's switching this weekend, Silverado. Hopefully the transition is smooth. All right, let's see what happens here. ADIL, that's yesterday's stock. Let's see if it makes a move. Made some really good money off this stock yesterday. RLVB on the run. Let's see if we get a play out of this one. I'll be marking the resistance and the support level. Let's see if we get a pullback. I see a tall green bar down there in Dominator Master. That is buyers, but I now see a red one. Let's see if we're going to run up or run down here. If we run down, I will put a resistance level at $3. There's the run up. Never got a chance for a resistance level. Continuing to go. I don't chase green candles. I wait on pullbacks, but if you are a brave soul, good luck to you. I'll put you on my prayer list. Continuing to fly. Nice green bars in Dominator, a new high. A lot of sellers up there above that $3 range. Give us a pullback. This is just the first run of this stock. If we can get a pullback before the other ones find it, we'll get a good entry. They don't find them as fast as we do, so we're kind of like first in the door when they start moving. Holding this price range nicely. Nice volume. I'm watching this current bar right up here. Well, where did it go? Right there. There it is. Let's see if this is a pullback play. I'll mark resistance right there. If you see a long wick on the bottom of this candle, they're going to run it up some more. There's the next run up. Don't look like they're going to give me a chance to jump in. They want me to chase green candles really bad. Still going. New high. I think we're getting on them pretty quick. It may be a good shot when we first see them to take a very small position. That way we at least get some of it. Kind of too late now. We don't know where the high is, where the pullback's going to be. Going to remove that line. Looks like other people are already finding it. It may not even drop. I'm watching these high numbers in level 2 right here. Keep your eye on them. You want to see green numbers popping in. Chance for another pullback. We will see. Drop down, drop down. Give us a good entry here. There's the bottom of the support level. This is where you want to plan your entry for the bounce up. Watching these level 2 numbers. There's some higher numbers. I think we will go. Let's see what happens here. Looks like the volume is dying. Or slowing down, I should say, not actually dying. Retesting at 320 level. Looks like they're going to give up on it, maybe. I'm watching the My Blessing indicator pointing south. I'm seeing sellers in these two bars. Maybe the bounce is here. Need a big, tall, green dominator bar there. It's starting to come in. It held this price level nicely. Make sure you put this in your personal watch list. It's worth watching, worth keeping your eye on. We are holding this price range around $3. ELYM, ELYM. I hate these thick-bodied candles. Never know which direction they're headed. I've seen them drop so hard, you never have a chance to get out. I'm still watching RLYB for a spike. I'm watching it on another chart. RLYB, let's see what we're doing here. I don't want to miss it. Flipping back and forth. I'll mark a pullback here. Let's see if it happens. I kind of doubt it, but it might. My blessing indicator pointing south. RLYB is not moving. Actually, nothing is moving but those two. Yeah, I didn't chase it bull over bears. I sure thought about it though. My finger was jumping up and down on the mouse button. They are tempting. I think I'm going to start taking maybe a quarter position when we first see them and suffer the loss if it don't work out. And if I'm right, add the rest. It's a risky move. Don't you do it just because you heard me say it. If you can't afford it, I can. LPCN, I'm not seeing it on my scans, and I'm running 7 of them. It is moving. Volume is quite low on this one. That's probably most pre-marketers don't buy $10 stocks probably. They like those $1 and $2 and $3 runners where they can make a good profit. Let's take a look at Verb real quick. Verb is on its way down. RLYB is falling off. ELYM selling off. LPCN running up. I think I'm too late to take a quarter position on this one. But it looks like I should have. There's a little guy in the back of my head saying, what do you mean you're going to take a small position? Low volume play also. I need to get rid of that bullish bearish up here. It's no longer relevant. I will do that when we calm down a little bit. Watching the numbers. RLYB did make it to the magic scan. LPCN, it's not going. Our LYB needs to break that 325 level. Then come back down and retest it for the pullback and then shoot up. The My Blessing indicator looks good. We're above yellow. We need the trend to turn upwards with that green line moving north. Good job, YouTube. YouTube sounds like you paid the spread. Well, I'm glad you recovered, my brother. RVSN, make sure you check volume. We want to have high volume on these stocks. We are flying. It's only paying pennies. Don't get too excited. 70 to 72. Running up nicely. That's about 6 cents right there on that big old candle. Need to catch them lower if I'm going to take a quarter position. I wouldn't buy this one though. It's not paying enough money. Possible pullback. Very low volume stock. I would be very cautious of getting in here. Long tail on the bottom. I don't have any confidence in this when I see 12,000 shares traded or 15. All right, let's see if this candle closes or sells off. It did close. Let's see if we get to bounce up under low volume. Not likely, but I marked it out. Yeah, I'm not seeing any activity on ELYM. It's just sitting for now. We were on it earlier. You can see these green numbers, but they're just hanging over. They're not really moving. You can see the volume over here is not moving on these stocks. That's kind of what I look for as well, as I look to see the ones that the volume is moving on. RVSN pulling back. Which one were you attacking, Nature? Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. If this one holds the price, it'll probably be a 7 o'clock mover. And if this is your first time over on this YouTube stream, it only lasts an hour, and then I continue over on the premium side of Discord. So if you want the full 3.5 hours, there's a link at the top of your chat window that says ThinkorSwim Stock Alert Scanner. You click on that, join our Discord, upgrade to premium, and you'll get all kind of scans and indicators and fellowship and ideas, live streams. ADIL, yesterday's play, very low volume. WNW from yesterday, very low volume. NA from yesterday, I'm ready for another Monday where we had 7 or 8 stocks run up. That was very good for a Monday. I'll even take Tuesday where we had 3 or 4. They come and go. Not every day is as good as the previous. Well, if you're going long, you want the green numbers, but you want to see big numbers popping in, popping out. And when the big numbers pop out, you want to see small red ones behind it, then some big green numbers popping back in. You're not trying to count them. You're just taking an overall glance at the numbers. So when the volume is high, you'll see 8,000 shares, 12,000 shares, 30,000 shares, and then it'll drop off and you'll see a few red ones. Then they'll move back in and you'll see some big green numbers again. They're building positions and driving the stock up. I don't even watch the ask side of level 2. I don't even watch this side. I concentrate right here. These are the guys that are raising the price or dropping the price. These are the guys that want to buy it cheaper. These are the guys that want to sell it higher. You want to watch them driving the price up. So right now, nobody's doing anything. So why am I watching this one? Because nobody's doing anything on the other ones either. So our LYB is still playing around. And you can watch the numbers on this one. Those are not high numbers. Those are normal buyers. 41 was better. Saw some big ones popping in. There's a big seller. Starting to get active a little bit. 31, 52s, 80 seller. You got to add 2 zeros to these numbers, so that would be 8,000 shares. Starting to get really active. You can see the price action as we become active. You can really see these numbers really kicking now. Not seeing any really big ones coming in. There was a $9,600 share purchase. 5,500, 26. So no really big numbers drive it up yet. SNGX moving. Cheap penny stock under $1. I won't be purchasing it. Every time I say that, it goes 100%. But I don't like playing them. You have to continually watch these columns. If you don't watch them, you're not going to get in quick enough, or you miss the play totally. And yes, I get eye strain too from staring at them too long. A good idea is to get up from the chair when it's slow and go stare out the window and look long distances. Then come back and stare again. ALPN. Looks like they may be building positions here. It's one of those launcher apps by Microsoft. It's called Widget Launcher. It's multiple indicators and you select the clock on it. Well, what I want to see over here, these are usually retail investors. I want to see corporate people moving in. I want to see the big players over here on this side pushing it up. They're the ones who are controlling it. I want to see institutional buyers pop in here and drive them up. The institutional buyer's not going to come over here and put in a bid. RENT, very low volume. ADIL pulling back and then pushing up. ADIL, I think I said that wrong. Low volume, not worth playing. We want high volume, lots of activity. We want the numbers flying. I'm going to sort by Momo back over here and see what happens. ELYM. So on this indicator here, the darker the color, the more the stock's been moving. So it's a momentum indicator. So if it's been moving just a little bit, it gets a low number. The more it's moving, the higher it climbs up the ladder, the darker the color gets. Let's take a look at the SPY real quick while nothing's moving. And I like to look at it on a 5-minute chart. So the SPY is trending down overall. That's why we're seeing red columns. Or LYB. They do buy in pre-market. They build positions just like we do before the market opens. You can't tell one from the other. I only assume that because sometimes they'll be like that one right there was 117,000 share purchase. The normal retail trader is not going to do that. Good morning, Jimmy. That Momo number is very important. That is a great way to sort stocks. So far, only one good mover this morning, Jimmy, and we would have had to chase it to get in. Didn't have a shot at it. Nature, I wish they were predictable. That's a good shot at it, though, what you said. We never know what they're doing behind closed doors. $7,300, $69, $72, $75. But they're not real active. Yeah, we've watched the LYM several times. It's just kind of floating around. I don't like slow crawlers like this. We can watch the level 2 numbers on it, see if it picks up. They are moving pretty good on it right now. Nice green numbers, but red ones come right behind it. Now lower numbers. These are the sellers on the right side. These are the bidders on the left. You'll see some sellers in here too. That's what the red ones are. So there are sellers and buyers on both sides. If this was a good level 2 indicator, you would see different shading in the background, but ThinkorSwim doesn't offer that. I wish they would one day, but it's probably not going to happen. I don't know why they wouldn't do that though. I think it was the RLYB maybe. At 6 o'clock it moved. Yeah, it was this one right here. We would have had to chase it all the way up. See you later, Fumagoo. God bless you, brother. Whatever the number is, you add 200, 2 zeros on the right side of it. ELYM, it's just slow crawling. It's not doing much. There's not enough there for me to buy it. It looks impressive, but I don't want to hang in there for 20 minutes to gain a little bit. Good morning, Nano. Let's go back and take a look at the SPY, see if it's still trending down. And it is. This is why we're not getting any activity this morning. I think yesterday's report is still affecting the market. Thank you, Nano. And if you are unaware, most of the money in this pre-market is made right at 6 a.m. So if you're late getting here, you're going to miss it. Sometimes we get them after 6 a.m., but not like we do right at the top of the hour. It's kind of like 7 a.m. That's the next big run if we have one. That's usually when companies release news is at the top of the hour. That's the most common time. They do release it before market, after market, but the most common time is the top of the hour, and it's usually those 2 hours where the most news is released. They do sometimes at market open, but then you're fighting the battle with everybody else. That's why I prefer pre-market. I don't like fighting battles. I just want to make easy, smooth money. That's a good question. I really don't have an answer for that. I think it's dying just because people are tired of the administration we have. That's my thought. They're waiting for better times. A lot of people sitting on their hands. A lot of short selling going on in this market. There's numerous reasons it could be dying. Personally, if we make money in the pre-market like we've been doing and we can keep the flow going, and we have been for months, I don't care that it dies. I'll wait. I'm still getting paid. Most of you are still getting paid. We're still pulling out winners. When it turns around, I'm going to be sitting here all day long with you, and we're going to nail it all day. But we need a bull market to do that. We've had kind of a bull market for the last 6 months, I'm going to say. But we're still fighting the battle that it's up one day, down the next, up one day, down the next, and sometimes down 3 days before the next up. So we still have the battle and the struggle going on, even though we are moving up. Yeah, there's a lot of factors behind it. Housing is up, interest is up, food is up, gas is up. Let's use the old term, highway robbery. Pay less, charge them more. Make them go broke. Habanero, you see lots of us making profit. Why do you not like pre-market? Can you just not get the hang of it, or what's holding you back? So you've probably more mastered manipulation in the market than you have pre-market. So you're more focused on that side probably. But you can master both sides. I just don't like fighting volatility, and pre-market it's not near as volatile as market open. Not even close. All right, guys, I got less than 1 minute to go. I appreciate everyone who joined me this morning. I hope you learned a little bit more. I'm inviting you to come join our premium side and make some more money. It's very easy to pay for the membership. It's very easy to learn. You're learning most of it right here. If you've got this down, there's no reason not to be a member and reap the benefits of the rest of it. But anyhow, I thank you for joining me this morning. God bless you. Be safe in your trading and good luck. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.